to say. I've been feeling this way for far too long.
It is going to be a very long day. Good morning, guys. I am coming to you from my Airbnb in Medellin, and today is my travel day to Brazil. Now, you would think that it wouldn't take much time to get from a major city in Colombia to a major city in Brazil. They are, fairly close together. But not in my case. Basically, I had booked my flight to enter Brazil through Sao Paulo. I thought I would spend at least a week there before heading to Rio. But then I found out that somebody very special would like to join me for my birthday, but they really wanted to see Rio. So to do that in time, I basically had to get a domestic flight the same day from Sao Paulo to Rio because it cost way more money to change my ticket. There are many direct flights from Medellin or Bogota to Rio de Janeiro, but basically what I'm having to do is go Medellin, Bogota, Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro. And not only that, because Brazil requires a PCR test or rapid antigen test to enter the country, I've decided to do my rapid antigen test at the airport, and you have to go with plenty of time. So I'm basically going to the airport 5 hours early, and by the time that I probably land in Rio de Janeiro tomorrow, it will basically be a 30-hour travel day. That is ridiculous, but it is what it is. I'm excited to be going to Brazil at the end of the day. I'm excited that I'm gonna have some company in a few days once I get there. So no regrets, just a little complicated. Well, guys, it looks like I'm going to Mexico after Brazil. I have never had this happen before, where at the check-in counter she was like, "Can I see your, onwards ticket from Brazil?" And I was like, "What? Why would I need that? I don't know how long I'm going to stay yet." And she's like, "To enter Brazil, you will need to have an outbound ticket." So literally on the spot, I had to buy a ticket. And it's actually a really good thing that yesterday I was looking at flights of, where I might go after, whether I wanted to go back to Canada or go somewhere else. And thankfully yesterday I came across what I thought was my best possibility, was a $250 ticket to Mexico City from Sao Paulo, and then from there the tickets from Cancun to Vancouver or Calgary were about I think like $300, something like that as well. So it's not the worst thing in the world, because I was planning to buy those tickets eventually, but I just think that's so ridiculous how you need an onwards ticket before you know how long you're going to spend in a place. But now I've got about 2 hours until my flight leaves. I think I want to get some kind of dinner, because in the other part of the airport there was only like coffee shops. It's like 4 or 5 o'clock and I haven't had lunch yet. So I'm going to do that before we get on the flight to Bogota.
You're 'Cause
Alright friends, I am voicing over this part of the video because unfortunately what I did film had some issues with the audio, but basically I arrived in Bogota and I am in the international terminal here. I had about a 3-4 hour layover, so I decided to actually use my lounge pass that I have through Priority Pass, which gives me 6 free visits a year, and my time is almost up for this year, so I decided to go to the El Dorado Lounge in the international terminal, which I heard is really nice. I'm actually really grateful that overall, while I've been in Colombia, most things have been open, primarily airport lounges, because it's surprising just how many airports still have their lounges closed, even though they have restaurants that are open. So people still need to eat in airports, so I find it quite strange that there's places that haven't opened their lounges since the pandemic really began, but I am grateful that in Colombia that was not the case. Alright guys, it is about 10 p.m. right now. I'm at my gate to board my flight to Sao Paulo. Meaning that I hope I get a really good sleep on this flight, because this is basically the only sleep I will get in the next 24 hours. So on that note, I would like to introduce you guys to the sponsor of today's video, my absolute favorite sleep mask from Manta Sleep. Manta Sleep is dedicated to empowering light sleepers to sleep better so they can do more. They have an amazing range of sleep masks and functional sleep accessories to help you get a great night's sleep or an energy-boosting power nap. The mask I love from them is their original sleep mask, which gives you a 100% blackout experience and puts zero pressure on your eyelids. If you have larger eyes or eyelash extensions, I would also recommend their Max Eye Cups, which gives you even more space. So in sponsorship with Manta Sleep, I have a fantastic discount code for you guys. You can use my code Alina10 for 10% off of your order. I'm going to have the link in the description, and as I've said many times before, these are my favorite sleep masks. I would highly recommend them if you want a 100% blackout experience. Definitely check them out. I can without a doubt say that things are more expensive in Brazil than they are in Colombia. My breakfast just cost $17 for a fresh orange juice Americano, pretty good omelet. But even in the airport, like in Medellin or Bogota, you can get like a really good meal, drink included, for like $10 or less. But I already expected this. I mean, just the prices in Rio, especially during this time of year, I knew that coming to Brazil was going to be more expensive than Colombia. I still think it'll be worth it, but just a little bit shocking to have paid so much for an omelet breakfast. Anyways, guys, they let me into Brazil. Very happy to be here in Sao Paulo. It's about 8 a.m. right now, and my flight to Rio leaves at 12:40, so I can't even check in really for, 2-3 more hours. So I'm just gonna hang out at the airport. Maybe I can get a SIM card here. That would be really great. And then once I get to Rio, I think I'll be able to just call an Uber or get a airport taxi and get to my airport around 3.
No wonder why you said goodbye in such a rush. I guess you had your thing to do again.
A few moments later.
I'll be honest with you guys, where I don't think I have felt this rough in a long time. I don't even know if it's just lack of sleep or if it's something else. I almost feel like nauseous in a weird way, like nauseous and just wanting to sleep. I was actually feeling okay when I got breakfast, but now, an hour away from boarding my flight, basically, oh my god.
Hey, listen up, I've tried to tell you this 100 times. Not getting better by lying there pretending to cry. You on repeat, you can't see shit cause you have closed your eyes. You say you listen, but you're missing what it's all about. Rise up now. If you never fall, you don't change at all. Cry out now. Have you given up? I will never stop, yeah. I try to help you, but you keep reading between the lines. There's nothing there for you to complicate, we're not aligned. You say you listen, but guessing that's just another sign. Not growing up, you're growing old, your life keep passing. Rise up now. If you never fall, you don't change at all. Cry out now. Have you given up? I will never stop, yeah.
Wow. I can't believe I made it, guys. The bed looks so good. I literally could just flop and sleep. But yeah, quick little room tour of this private room that I booked at the Alina hostel in Copacabana. Small room, but has everything you need. And as I think I mentioned in the intro of this video, I am meeting someone in just 4 days, and we will be moving to another hotel on Copacabana together. So I'm only here for 4 nights, but you know, I figured it'd be better to just be in a place where there's other people, it's in a fairly good location, and just get the lay of the land before my guest gets here. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you an idea of, you know, what to maybe expect if you are making this trip yourself. Once again, a very big thank you to Manta Sleep for sponsoring today's video. I'm definitely going to be wearing my sleep mask since I'm going to bed when it's still light out. But if you guys are interested in picking up any of their products, I will have my discount code and link in the description. Definitely check it out. And as always, I'm sending you guys so much love. Thank you so much for tuning in, and keep being your own kind of beautiful. Bye, guys.
You say you listen, but guessing that's just another sign of growing up. You're growing old, your life keep passing.